This is 97.9 WRMF, Palm Beach.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Everybody always makes fun of Kevin's terrible eyes, but how come nobody rips on his awful smile? I would be so sad if I looked that hideous.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Virginia is human garbage. Her laugh is so forced and fake. Also, why is she so pale? Bitch looks like she's got mono constantly.
Wow.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Jason looks like he smells like cocky doo-doo. Not to mention his face looks like a mixture of prunes and leather. Oh yeah, that broke down bird is dying alone.
Oh, jeez.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
I saw Denny's in person, and he has the complexion of a corpse. It was like seeing The Walking Dead in real life. Does pop make you look dead?
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? Welcome. It is the Friday KVJ show.
Happy Friday, everybody.
What up, everybody? Checking us out here. If you're in South Florida, great. Also got people from all over checking us out on Kvj Tv. People from Nashville, Tennessee, and things like that.
Oh, I
Checking us out.
love Nashville.
Oh, yes.
Oh, if you're in Nashville, you got to go to that restaurant, the Catbird Seat.
Catbird Seat.
Oh,
There's just so many places, yeah.
so good.
One of these days, I just want to take a whole week and just hit everything in Nashville.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We drove up there. We stopped in Atlanta. Atlanta was fun, too. Stayed right there in
Oh, yeah?
downtown Atlanta, rode that big Ferris wheel they've got in the middle of town.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. That was the best little road trip, me and the kids.
There's a lot of really good towns in the Southeast. Like, no lie. When I always road trip up through there, Chattanooga is jamming. Greenville, South Carolina is really good. Yeah, you can just drive up through there and hit all these great towns.
If you got kids, it's just, I mean, especially if you have multiple kids, it's just not affordable to fly anywhere. But you can really have a much more fun adventure in the car if you look at it like that, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of being in such a hurry to get there, sometimes the journey's the fun part.
That's what it is. The journey is the fun part. We got a little journey for you today. So here we go.
Yeah, strap in.
Yeah.
Yeah, buckle up.
Yeah.
Look at you rocking your Panthers jersey. You supporting the team?
Of course. And it's laundry month.
Yeah.
Laundry month.
I have so many just terrible shirts that, I mean, none of them are good. They're mediocre at best, and I have a lot of them. So I'm just trying to go through all that. I went through one round during the holiday break, got rid of some of those, and just a lot of crap I've got right now.
See, I'd tell you that's a pretty good shirt.
This one's a great one, but I
Yeah.
never wear it. You can tell I broke out of the stuff that's in my closet that I never wear.
Well, it's
Yeah,
the
it's
old
clean.
jersey.
Yeah, it's clean.
There's no
Yeah.
stains on it. It looks great.
It does.
Thank
Looks
you.
real good. Yeah, rocking that. All right, so we will get you all caught up with everything going on in South Florida today and get you planned up for the weekend. So lock in, baby, on the radio, YouTube, whatever you want to do. We're there.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away.
Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second in your dirt of the day, this is never good. You know, Amanda Bynes has kind of been through it. She has had ups and downs and very public battles with mental illness. And now, I guess, her family is talking about they don't know what's going on in her love life. I'll give you some details coming up in just a second. But her family have been her biggest advocates and her biggest helpers. So if she's blocking them out of her love life, that's not a good sign. Before we get into that, Katy Perry and her fellow American Idol judges Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie had to evacuate the set of American Idol after a gas leak. In a clip from Sunday's show, Katy Perry becomes freaked out about a strong propane smell and then drops to the ground and collapses as EMTs arrive.
You hear that, Kev? Sounds like American Idol's fishing for viewers again.
It doesn't sound sensationalized at all.
No, give me a break.
When I saw the clip where she falls and she's there amongst a bunch of other people, she's like, I don't feel.
Oh, I have to.
Everybody
see
else
it.
is standing there finally like, what's wrong with her?
I can't wait to see this.
It's pretty unreal.
I love it.
I would just say that I hate to go on a limb, but I would guess I think Katy Perry's okay.
I think she's okay.
I think she's okay.
I don't know if she's okay, but let's just say she's overacting.
Yeah.
In other news, we were all quick to think, oh man, yeah, Pamela Anderson, she must be hard to handle. Maybe it wasn't her. We had told you about this quick marriage that she just had, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, it was over. So that guy that she had the quick marriage with, John Peters is his name, just 3 weeks after ending his marriage to Pamela Anderson, he now has another fiance, making this chick his 6th fiance. Maybe the problem wasn't Pam. Maybe it's this dude.
Well, you know what they say, 6 times the charm.
Dude, hit the brakes. Why don't you just date somebody for a year? That's a novel concept.
Right.
It's okay to be alone.
Yeah.
Just to find yourself, my friend.
What do we got just to bind ourselves up in these?
You don't.
You
Right.
don't.
You can just date, and you don't have to, like, give a ring on the first date. Like, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Some people just want love, Virginia.
But you can have love without tethering yourself.
You know, if you want attention, he's getting it. So.
Look at the bird. I mean, the man never been tethered.
I know.
Came close, dodged a few bullets.
Untetherable.
And finally here, yeah, Amanda Bynes' parents have a conservatorship. And basically, this puts them in charge of, like, all of her stuff, including her money and her legal. And definitely, if she goes and gets married, she's got to get them to sign off on it. But sources say she's engaged to this guy, Paul Michael, and her family has yet to meet him. Now, until the parents sign off on it, she can't get married, but this is not good. If your parents, who have a conservatorship, haven't met your fiance yet, you also, Amanda, need to hit the brakes. Slow it down. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
I checked out that Katy Perry clip.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so fake.
Yeah.
It's so fake.
Was there ever any doubt?
I mean, it's so over the top, and they are trying to act like it's real. I can't believe it.
You love it, though, don't you?
I need it.
Yeah, you do. You need it.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, Friday is New Music Day. I am actually very excited because Ozzy Osbourne has got new stuff out today.
Yeah.
This is his first new album in 10 years, Virginia, that he's come out with. And he's got a lot of collaborations on this. I don't know that Ozzy's really done much collaborating in his past other than that Lita Ford song he did way, way back in the 80s.
Well, you listen to it. What do you think?
It's interesting. He's got a few on this album that is coming out today. Elton John is one of the collaborators that he's working with. I've not checked that out yet. And, you know, he's already done a song with Post Malone, and now they've done another song together. This song is a true story song. It is about a raid that had happened when Ozzy was the lead singer of Black Sabbath in 1972. The cops came in, and apparently there was a bunch of marijuana and cocaine all over the place.
Shocking.
And so Ozzy ran to the bathroom with the cocaine and apparently did all of it.
Those are slow cops.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
or fast nostrils. I don't know.
You're right.
Can we
Yeah.
pick up the pace, officer?
He said he did so much it was coming out of his ears and he didn't sleep for 4 days.
Oh, wow.
So, this is a song with Post Malone about that story. Yeah, so it's a little bit of the two together on that song. Just one of the many morsels that's going to be coming out today.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah, he's still doing good stuff. It's amazing.
He has a cool sounding voice.
He has a great sounding voice. Yeah, he really does, and it sounds strong there. Maybe a lot of it's studio, I don't know, but
Who cares? Whatever.
Who cares?
Let
It sounds great.
Let Ozzy go out the way
Yeah.
Ozzy wants to go out.
Absolutely. His last album, Scream, I thought was really good, so we'll see what this one is. It's out today. You can check it out. Grimes also new music, and BTS, the Korean boy band's got new stuff out today to check.
Do you need more KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at kvjshow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
Well, Kev, it's February 21st, and we are almost done with February. Are we going to go skydiving?
Oh, yeah, Leap Day or whatever it is on the
Oh,
29th, I
that's
think. Yeah, we're talking about
right.
doing that. Yeah.
That's like coming up next weekend, I
So
believe.
I looked into it.
Mm-hmm.
We can sign up. They say if we're going to sign up, we should probably do it this weekend to sign up for next weekend. We can even wait till probably Wednesday. But if we're going to make a decision, we got to make it quick.
Okay.
Skydiving, baby.
Yeah.
The real year of adventure.
We just have to find the time to do it.
I've got the whole weekend wide open.
Next weekend?
Yeah.
It's the Honda Classic. And that is our big thing. My wife, there's no way that I can get out of that one.
Maybe you can skydive into the Honda Classic.
Oh, that is a great idea.
I mean, that's making an entrance, girl.
Now we're talking.
I know you're mocking me, but I
Yeah.
do love your idea. It's a great idea. I wish we could do that. Okay, well, let's not put so much pressure. It doesn't have to be done before Leap Day. If we just get it, you know, if we're actually going to commit to do it, we can maybe do it the weekend after.
Okay.
I just want to know where you're at mentally. Because if
Well, the weekend after is a KVJ beach cleanup, so we can't do it then.
I got a Rapids appearance and it's Rib Roundup.
And then after that, it's St. Patty's Day. We can't do it then.
well, let me throw this at you. What if we did it during a weekday? We set it up. It would probably take us no more than 2 hours. Do it
Yeah,
on
possibly there's a Friday we could do
a
it.
Friday. I love it.
Yeah, we got, how about Friday, March 13th?
Yeah.
Friday the 13th? No, that's bad luck.
I love it.
Do not jump out of an airplane on Friday the 13th.
But it's a twofer. We're jumping out of a plane, and we also prove that some of these superstitions aren't real.
Yeah.
I
Same.
love it.
Yep.
Friday the 13th, and you know, I will. I'll bring a black cat, and we can walk underneath the ladder.
Dead men walking.
Are we going to put a parachute on the cat?
If you can somehow get a cat to parachute with you, that would be awesome.
We're kidding, Peter.
We are kidding, but we are not kidding about doing it on Friday the 13th. I am so ready for that.
Yeah, okay. That might be the date then.
So that doesn't scare you?
No,
All
I
right,
mean, I'm
good.
going to die anyway. So, you know.
Okay, I'm liking this.
Why not
Ross.
have it be like, yeah, why do you think it was a good idea to go skydiving on Friday the 13th?
I told him.
Dummy.
Now, do you have to ask the Queen for permission? Is that something we have to wait for, or?
Well, I probably need to, because, you can die from it. And so, considering I got to make them money.
Not to
But
annoy.
I think I'll be all right.
Okay, not to annoy you or badger you, but could you ask her this weekend just so I know mentally if we are going to do it or not?
Okay. All right.
All right,
I'll
love it.
be like, okay, hey, here's what we're thinking about doing.
Okay.
We'll cruise right out after the show on Friday and
Yeah.
strap on them parachutes.
And you know what?
I'll be home by the time everybody else is.
This one's on the bird.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is on the bird's dime.
All right. There you go, Virginia.
My present to you.
Okay. We're getting stuff settled here today already.
Anything over 200 pounds or anyone over 200 pounds, it's a little extra money. So this diet is very important.
Yeah.
Where are you coming in at?
I'm under 200.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll
you'll
see.
be fine.
You don't want to have to pay the big girl prices.
Well, that's just, you want confidence. You don't want to, oh man, I didn't make
Oh,
weight.
I'm gonna pay $50 extra.
Thank
like
you.
when your suitcase is over like the weight limit at the
Yeah.
airport.
Yeah, going up and I had to pay the Lord tax.
They make you stand on the scale in front of everybody.
I got to go up all by myself. I weigh too much more, too.
Yeah. We want confidence, baby, going
Yeah.
into that thing.
Oh my gosh! Do not go by yourself. You need tandem.
No, I don't think you're allowed to go by yourself unless you train for it. I think we have to have
Yeah.
a tandem
Good.
thing going on.
I don't know how it works.
I would not trust myself jumping out of a plane alone. Oh, heck no.
Heck
You-
no.
Could you imagine the cord gets tangled like every other cord in your life?
Yeah, it'd be terrible.
Okay. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, we leave today for New Orleans, and it's going to be a little bit different. So, normally Panda comes with us, and he likes to drive.
Yep.
But he's not coming, so it's just me and the kids, and so I'm going to be driving. So I think I'm going to try to drive straight through. It's 11 hours.
Ugh.
But I don't want to stop along the way because I think, like, I watch too much Dateline, and I always think, okay, a mom with 2 kids is much more vulnerable than a family with a dad there that looks like he can handle stuff, you know? So I'm thinking I'm going to drive straight through. I've got my quick weight loss, like fat burner pills that I'm just going to keep popping. And they do. They give me juice. They give me energy, but... I've never driven straight through to New Orleans. We always stop.
All right.
So you're basically saying you're going to drive straight through because you're afraid of murder, and Dateline has made you this way.
Yes. Absolutely.
She's right, man. Dateline makes you paranoid
when I'm
of
driving,
a lot of things.
When I'm driving at night, I hear the voice of Keith Morrison.
She was driving down her road, and she thought she made it.
Yeah, she made a right, but maybe she should have made a left.
Oh, she made it home safely. Or did she?
She thought she was safe, but was she?
It's really good.
Every time he's like, gets in your head, man. Keith Morrison is nailing it.
And again, if I come up murdered, stats say one of yous have done it. That's usually what happens.
It's always a lover. None of us are loving you.
Not always. It's a friend. It's a neighbor. It's a lover. It's a family member. A lot of times, Virginia.
It's usually when there's like money on the line, which we don't have any money on the line.
Sometimes someone's been slighted. Maybe someone's been slighted publicly.
If anybody takes you out, I'm looking for the stalker. Or the Stalker 2.0, because now I hear you have 2 stalkers.
No, I don't have 2 stalkers, but I do have somebody that's more dangerous than the stalker. I've given you this name, and if I do come up empty, you need to investigate this name. And that ain't no joke.
He has given it to me. He's showed me the Facebook profile. It's not a female.
Just don't even say anything.
All
But
right.
you guys have the name.
We do have the name.
Okay.
Legit.
Multiple people want to kill him.
No. I think one wants to really kill me.
One just wants to maybe disembowel you.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's crazy. What I got on my mind today, it is a sad day here for everyone who is a proud client of Hair Club. You remember old Cy Sperling?
Come on, he's not only the president, or he's not only a client, he's the president.
Yeah.
Cy Sperling, president of Hair Club for Men, with some new important free information for men with thinning hair. If you call now, I'll send you a free subscription to Personal Appearance, the new men's grooming newsletter. And remember, I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client.
Yeah, how about that?
That's your guy.
That is my guy, and sad to say, my guy, Cy Sperling, passed away Wednesday in Boca Raton after a lengthy illness.
So he's the guy where you actually got your hair now? That's the same?
That is the same guy, Cy Sperling, yeah.
You must be reeling.
That's why I'm saying. That's why it's what's on my mind.
Dang.
Yeah, my hair is at half mast today.
No, that was before you got
Yes,
Hair
you're right,
Club. It was
yes.
at half mast.
Yes.
Now it's at full mast,
Yeah.
baby. You are a brown beauty.
Well, you should put that in the dirt for every dirt. Local story?
You're right.
I mean, that's just respectful.
It is, yeah. Well, that's where they've got the headquarters, and that's what I deal with whenever I go meet with Hair Club, and we talk about something like the heat box we're going to do. That's where I go.
Okay, so he retired in the year of 2000 and sold the company for $45 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's helped more than 600,000 people restore their hair.
Yeah.
He's a hero.
He is. He was a guy that back in like the 70s and early 80s, he sold swimming pools, and he hated it and wasn't making any money. And he knew somebody that had this hair system idea, and he took $10,000 out on credit card debt and started up a Hair Club. It was Hair Club for Men. Then they dropped the men parts. They realized a lot of women have hair loss issues.
Sure,
and so
that's
now
real.
now they're just Hair Club. So they service men and women, and made it into a multi-million-dollar company.
So if they had an infomercial Hall of Fame, I would put him in there.
Yeah.
He was everywhere.
He was
He and
everywhere.
Ron Popeil.
Back in the day.
Yeah, he and Ron Popeil.
Billy Mays, I'd put in the infomercial Hall of Fame.
Pretty good, yeah. That's pretty good. ShamWow guy, who was that?
ShamWow, that guy got arrested. He He beat up a hooker, I believe.
He did.
Yes, and got arrested. And I don't think he's,
wow.
What a nice guy.
I don't think he's doing ShamWow.
Is he still single?
I think he's not doing ShamWow.
Boy, how tough is that when you're ShamWow? You're like, wait, our spokesperson just beat up a hooker?
You think you had troubles, Papa John?
I don't
This is a marketing nightmare.
I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. I'm 98% sure of that story.
You better get your facts straight, because that's coming with the heat.
I know.
If he didn't beat up a hooker,
I have a retraction.
Yes,
ShamWow
you do.
guy arrested. Oh, please be right, Bird. Yes, ShamWow guy arrested in hooker assault. Got it.
Thank goodness.
All right, let's celebrate.
We're never usually happy that anyone beat up a hooker, but today we are.
Yes. All right. Yes. Just to let you know, too, that with Hair Club that I'm doing, if you've not heard the word yet, they gave me a skybox for the Miami Heat game on the 28th against the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, I mean, Kevin, if you have any extra seats at the end of it, that is a sweet setup.
Yeah, no, I hope, I think the more I'm hearing, it's filling up pretty quick, but it's just do the free hair health check up before February 26th, and you get in the running to get in that box. So just go to hairclub.com/heatbox. I've never been in. I was at Hair Club this week, and I was talking to one of the people. She's like, "Oh, it's great." She said it's right in the middle. She said it's it's like the best box you can get. I'm
It's
like,
food, it's drink, it's seats, it's living the high life. We had like 4 tickets in the Stars Ball live a silent auction, and the value was like over $4,500.
Yeah,
like that's how expensive each ticket is.
I've never done.
We only had 4
suite.
tickets.
Yeah.
You have the whole suite.
I know. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah,
Fancy.
go get signed up and honor a sigh.
Man, I got the first time in my life I ever had fancy friends.
You don't get to go.
No, but I still know you. You're my friend. I'm saying you're my friends.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
All we can do is just look at Kevin's Instagram pictures.
I love it.
Yeah, we can get all that. So there you go. So go sign up right now for that. Well, yesterday I was telling you about the latest problem with TikTok. It was the Skull Crusher Challenge or something like that. It's named where like somebody starts dancing. You're all supposed to do a synchronized jump, and then when the one person who doesn't know who's in the front jumps, you kick his legs out from underneath him.
Which is so not cool.
2 kids have been hospitalized because of it, and so they're like, "Oh, the dumb things that is going on TikTok." And so now TikTok is realizing they got to start policing themselves because people are on there making all these dumb videos, and it's so influential. The latest is the TikTok Cha-Cha Challenge that now is causing even more problems than the Skull Crusher I was telling you about yesterday. The Cha-Cha Challenge has teenagers driving on the wrong side of the road.
What the hell?
Yes. They play the Cha-Cha Slide by DJ Casper, and when he says slide to the left, they swerve the car to the left. When he says slide to the right, they swerve to the right. Then both ways when he says crisscross. They say that TikTok is now trying to do the right thing, and they're taking all those videos down as they see them come up.
Good.
Yes.
And if you catch your kid doing it and your kid has a driver's license or a permit,
right,
I think you take it away.
Big time.
For an entire, 6 months.
High school career.
You have to make a stand, and you have to say, hey, you knew this was dumb when you did this.
No doubt.
But you showed me you cannot be trusted behind the wheel.
Right.
Okay, so as parents,
6 months.
You find out Mags is doing this. She's 16. It's a 6-month sentence.
6 months, I have your license. And not only can you not drive, you can't ride in the car with any teenagers. Because this just shows me the judgment is off with you.
Yeah.
And who knows what your friends are up
Right.
to. You're crazy. Maybe your friends are crazy too. Nope.
Well, and kids got to realize, too, I did a ton of dumb things, too, when I was a young teenager, but I didn't have social media to post it on. And I hope that I would have had enough sense that I'm not going to post it up there because somebody in my town is going to see it and it's going to get back to my parents, which is just completely
But it's
stupid.
so hard. It's so hard to say that because you didn't grow up in that. You didn't grow up with social media. Think about if you did. It's possible you might. People they get popular doing that. They feel peer pressure when they do all that stuff. So you might have done it. Who knows? As far as posting stuff.
Yeah. And I know that Mags posts more on Snapchat because I don't police it as much. I police the Instagram more because I understand it better.
Right.
And so I know that she puts more stuff that's like a little edgy on Snapchat. So
really,
if y'all see her up to stuff on Snapchat, send me an email. I know how to work emails.
Okay. All right. Yeah, trying to police that's the thing that I just don't get, though. I would think that I would be smart enough because I was always trying to foil my parents when I was a teenager.
Well, you wouldn't present a video to the world of
Right.
you blatantly breaking the rules and doing something stupid that's
Yeah.
going to get you grounded.
That's what I would think.
Like, duh.
I would hope I'd be smarter than that.
You would think it's an interesting experiment. I'd love to.
If we could go
Send
back
Kevin
to see.
back.
Yeah. Send Kevin back, but you're in a day with social media. Yeah, we might have blown it too. Who knows?
Well, think about it because, let's say you have a crush on a girl and you're like, oh, I'll post it on, Mullet Kev, trying to impress somebody, post on social media. Oh, Kevin's so funny.
That was his handle, Mullet Kev.
Mullet Kev, yeah. I think I could promise you, though, like if I got caught, I don't think I would drive again until I left the house. That would be it.
Oh, yeah.
Your mom would have come down hard on
That's
you
why
for
I'd be
that.
like, are you kidding me? Why would I post myself doing this
And
stuff?
maybe that's what it is. Maybe these kids know their parents aren't going to bring the heat. Even if they get caught, even if they get in trouble.
Yeah, that's
they'll
what I
still have their
wonder.
electronic. I mean,
And
to
maybe
really-
their parents don't know how to check all of their social media.
Yeah, I mean, to me, if you get caught doing that, a punishment is, you don't get your car for at least 6 months. All of your electronics are gone.
Yeah.
You go to school. You come back home.
Right.
Like
I have real punishments.
You're in teenage prison if you do something like that. But, I mean, are those parents going to do that?
If
If
I
you
had
have your electronics, you're not punished.
I think if I had Instagram as a kid, if I were in high school, every photo would be me at church helping old ladies across the street. It'd be the most boring. My mom would be like, "Oh, look how great my son is."
proud.
And then when the camera's off, woo, yeah.
a little ruse.
Yeah, absolutely. That was my whole high school career. Was a ruse.
Well, you're not thirsty.
Yeah, that's just it. I'm like, I don't get, why would you do this stuff?
Because it's all about social media acceptance. It really is important. And it's just about priority, you
Well,
know?
not only, back in the day, if you were unpopular, people only at your school would see it. Now, if you're on social media, I read all this stuff with these kids, like, I only got 13 followers. Everyone makes fun of me because I only have 13 followers. It's public. Everyone can see what you got going on.
Right.
It wasn't like that back then.
Yeah.
I know. It's weird.
It's tough to say, but yeah, it just seems kind of dumb.
If you grew up with social media, I wonder how you would have handled it.
Yeah, I don't think I would be posting this stuff, but you never know.
You never know.
There you go. That is the latest out there, parents.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in your dirt, what'd your boy Corey Feldman do? Almost got himself arrested at LaGuardia Airport. Detained, but not arrested. We've had that happen to most of us on this show. Detained, but not arrested.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you got me.
What did he do? I'll tell you in a sec. Before we get into that, this is kind of a funny story. So Kate Hudson is talking here about a party that she was, I guess, throwing at her parents' house. How cool is that? Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. I think she calls Kurt her parent, even though he's not her biological dad. So here's Kate talking about a unexpected guest that popped in.
So I'm like standing at the door making sure that people who aren't supposed to be at the party aren't coming in. There's like 400 people in my parents' house. And I see someone literally scaling an 8-foot gate. And they come off and they like do like a back handspring thing. Pulls down, I'm like about to yell at this guy, and it's Tom Cruise. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize you were coming to our party.
He's like, I wasn't invited.
He's like, I heard there was a party. I'm like, yeah, Tom, come on in.
Wow.
So.
So that's how he gets around everywhere.
Yeah,
he just scales things.
Yes, he is Mission Impossible.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what is his day-to-day like? When he's not doing movie stuff, how does Tom Cruise act?
That's bizarre, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you just walk in like everybody else? Interesting. This is good news. If you are a fan of the Jersey Shore, Vinny from the Jersey Shore, get a little fist pump going, Bird.
Vinny. I got it. I got it going.
Yep. He's going to be back, returning to his Chippendales gig in Vegas. The self-proclaimed Keto Guido will be...
Keto Guido.
The Keto Guido He'll embark on a 7-week residency, April 24th through June 7th at the Rio Casino.
So is it kind of like Magic Mike? Do they have a whole persona and a whole kind of like a shtick?
Yes, girl.
That is fun.
Yes, it
Okay.
is. Let's go.
All right.
Vinny looked good. I mean, I don't know if you've seen pictures recently, but the pictures of Vinny on stage at the Chippendales, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I think I'd be the pizza messiah, and I would do like a pizza bikini kind of a thing. Pizza would be my whole theme. I think that'd be kind of hot. Yeah, I do too, Bird.
I was thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, I think definitely Vinny is going to be a huge draw. You know who else is going to be doing Vegas? I got to tell Panda this. Morrissey just announced that he's going to be doing a Vegas residency this summer.
Is it Vegas kind of a little too happy for Morrissey?
Right.
Morrissey is pretty depressing.
I mean, if you lose all your money, you go listen to Morrissey.
I mean, the song that I hear a lot, A Girlfriend in a Coma, really?
That's the song?
That's a big song. All right. I don't know if I'd be celebrating it, but whatever. So Morrissey made the announcement yesterday. There'll be a string of shows in June and July at Caesar's Palace. Tickets go on sale today if you want to check out that little Vegas residency. And Corey Feldman, arrested but not detained. He allegedly tried to bring a taser onto an airplane in New York. Cops at the airport LaGuardia on Thursday followed him through a security checkpoint, and I guess he always travels with a taser. He normally puts it in his checked luggage, but he forgot he had it with him, and he was going through the carry-on situation, and the taser was in there, and so they swooped in, and they were like, "Why do you have this?" And he's like, "I'm just stupid. Sorry."
I'm just dumb.
Yeah, I should have put it in my checked bag, but I'm dumb. So eventually they were like, all right, let him go. He is just dumb. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
Okay. All right, got some celebrity birthdays going on here today. What up and a happy birthday. Going out to Sophie Turner. She is now one of the Jonas wives.
Oh, yes. I think she's pregnant.
Yeah, she is. They're expecting their first.
She's from Game of Thrones, Virginia.
I wouldn't know. I've never watched the show.
What? Her name's blanking on me from the show. What was it?
Sansa?
Sansa Stark.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's married to Joe Jonas. And they got a baby on the way, and she's turning 24 today. Corbin Bleu, remember that kid? He's 31 now. He was in Disney's High School Musical, and he also did the Disney flick Jump In.
Yeah.
Isn't that also a food? Cordon bleu?
Cordon Bleu is, yeah.
Yes.
Corbin Bleu.
Oh, Corbin.
Jordan Peele is turning 41 from Key and Peele, and Kelsey Grammer turns 65 today. Also got a birthday shout out. Senate, officially turning 11. You're the coolest kid. Can't wait to celebrate with VR, Star Wars, and some CR chicks. That sounds awesome. Daddy, Mommy, Rosie, and Blue, the Boston Terriers, Thatcher and Rabbit, Herschel, and Arthur, and the Guinea Pigs.
Nice.
Aww.
It's a good little birthday. Happy 9th birthday goes out to Riley. Love you so much from Mommy, Daddy, Mom, and Papa. Also, a happy 7th birthday to Braden from Mommy, Daddy, and Ashton. And a happy 4th birthday to Michelle. You can see her there on KVJ TV.
Oh, my goodness. What a cutie.
Yeah, from Mommy, Daddy, and Sissy Danielle.
Oh, I love her.
There you go, if you're watching that. Check it out. You got a birthday you want to get on the KVJ show. It's easy for you to do. Just send us an email. mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. All right, time for another round of the No Name Movie Game. Bird wants that belt. Really get it back.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared of in shape Diet Virginia. She is in fighting shape. She's got energy.
She's terrifying, isn't she?
And she is, she scares the hell out of me.
I get it.
Yeah.
I like the men around me to have a little bit of fear. I feel powerful.
They have a lot of fear, Virginia, not a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
It's the energy that's alarming.
Yes, I hear you. Yeah, she's flitting around here too much these days.
She really, you're not walking, you're gliding.
Yes. She is. All right, here we go with our competitors ready to play. Dan is on the line here from West Palm Beach. Hello, Dan.
Hey, how you doing, Kevin?
Good. All right, you ready to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I like it, Dan.
All right, 60 seconds we put on the clock. Virginia's going to be giving you the clues. Can't use the characters' names, actors' names, or the words from the title of the movies. All right, here we go. Your time begins now.
Pass. A pass. If I want to die, I have this.
Death Wish.
Yes. It's a movie. It's a TV show. They have red bathing suits. They run on the beach. Slow motion.
Baywatch.
Yes. A guy that comes to your house door to door with vacuum cleaners. He's what?
Salesman.
Yes. You get in a ring and you grapple. You're a what?
The boxer.
No.
The wrestler.
Yes. This person brings you money when you lose a little white thing out of your mouth.
The Tooth Fairy.
Yes. They're not in captivity. They're allowed to go wherever they want, and they go kakwa, kakwa. Not in captivity.
pass.
Okay. Pass on that one. You look at this and you see your reflection in it, and you say it twice.
Mirror. Mirror, mirror.
Yes.
At the buzzer.
Oh, wow.
Dan was good.
Oh, man.
This witch came to play.
Yep.
Dan.
She just flitted right through a 6 spot there.
Yeah.
She did.
I will be your partner for life, Dan.
Oh,
She's
she's
good.
she's even got a little fancy witch dress on today.
Does she?
Yeah.
It's polka dot. This ain't no witch
Hey,
dress.
that would be a witch's dress if a witch is going to prom.
Which is prom dress. Okay. All right, we're going to go with Joey here from Gardens. Hello, Joey.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All
I was
right.
waiting for it.
Baby.
Denny's has got your round here. Got to beat 6, okay? All right.
Oh, wow.
I don't know who's more excited.
Slow meets slower.
All
All
right.
right, 6.
Okay, here you go. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
If you fall and your bone doesn't break, this would be another term for it. Didn't quite break.
Fracture.
Yep. This is a team of superheroes. They're not the ones where they have 10 movies. It's the other team. They have a TV show.
Incredible.
They want to bring law to everyone. Pass that one. This is what you put in milk if you want to have chocolate milk. It's also a kid trying to find a guitar player in the afterlife. Pass that one. This is where yuppies make a bunch of money in New York in the 80s. It's also a
Wall
finance.
Street?
Yep. This is if your house is haunted by a ghost, but it's your house. It's also we're here. It comes from the television.
Poltergeist.
Yep. This is a pass that one. This is if children are in recognizance. That's tough. Let's see if they're looking at pass that one. Jeez.
Oh, Denny's, I wanted it for you.
Yeah, it's 3 spot. Got there.
Half of Virginia.
Yeah, half of Virginia.
Half the man.
It's okay, mijo.
Half of my heart.
Yeah.
Jay Bird loves that song.
Looks like the belt is going to be going to New Orleans.
You don't know
Unless
that.
Jay Bird can finish this thing off right.
Kevin makes an early prediction.
That was a smug tease.
It was.
Unless you can get a 7 spot.
Is that what I need?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
To win.
Come on, Bird, move mountains.
Yeah. All right.
He's sitting over here. His pockets are turned all inside out. He's all disheveled.
You are the most obnoxious winner ever.
You're making fun of my dress. Oh, what, you can't handle it? Get out of the kitchen then.
I said you had a beautiful witch's prom dress. That's such a compliment.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That is such a
Go
compliment.
sell your bag
Yeah.
of BS somewhere else.
You look beautiful. You
Whatever,
look beautiful.
whatever.
Panda's lucky.
Whatever, pockets.
Panda is lucky that you are going out of town.
Panda's lucky that you're going out of town. Damn, he's right.
All right. Jen is on here from Jensen. Hello, Jen.
Good morning.
Hello, Jen. I need this real bad. The witch is real lippy today.
All right, we can do this.
Okay.
60 seconds are on the clock.
Jen, I'm going to go quick. Clue's going to be real short and quick.
Just like in bed.
Hey, can we please turn off the seagull's microphone?
She's got a lot to say today.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Get off my back. You're awfully close.
Yeah.
All right. Stop laughing, Virginia. All right, Jen, here we go.
That's my sister.
All right. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
I have this for a hand. Think about that. It's not a hand. It's yes. Yes. You go to this person to get your car fixed.
The mechanic.
Yes. 11:59 p.m.
Midnight.
Okay.
1 minute before midnight.
Just poke it. Pass. Up grazing. What's the opposite of up grazing?
Down. You say breathing?
Up grazing.
Grazing.
Up fitting. What's that?
Down lane?
If I'm firing you, I'm firing company. People in the company I'm firing. What am I doing?
Downsizing.
Yes! Pass, Eddie's. Tell me something, boy.
Shallow.
No, the movie.
Oh, man, you could have beaten Denny's with that one.
Oh, we tied.
Yeah.
All right, second place.
Yeah. He's okay with that. He's fine. He's like, that's good.
Will you play my victory, Kvj, please?
Oh, yes, if you want, Virginia.
We'll just start laughing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all I hear when she's laughing.
Yeah. Dan, congratulations. You are going to Bonefish Grill for dinner, okay, bud? All right. There you go. Sorry. Hello, Dan.
Yes.
Okay, we got some Bonefish Grill for you, okay, buddy?
Oh, great. Thank you very much. Wife's going to love it.
Nice job, Dan. Nice job.
Yeah, he was on it today, wasn't he?
Yes, he was, and his wife is a lucky woman. I like a quick man.
You do, huh?
He's fast, man.
Don't torture me any longer than you have to. Coming up here, we got some Feel Good Friday. Do you have a win for the week? What is your good news? Would love to hear exactly what you got going on. And also, what are some of the hottest events happening in South Florida this weekend? I'll give you my top 5 things that you need to know is going on coming up next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
A lot of good things in our Feel Good Fridays today. Got a lot of baby news that people are saying. This is the reason why I'm so happy with life. Got a nice little photo and a shout out here from Alex. My beautiful girlfriend and I had our first baby boy, Junior, on Tuesday night. We're so excited and love him so much.
Aww.
Here's Junior and I watching Wednesday morning show on Kvj TV.
That's so sweet.
Already raising him right.
That is precious.
Aw,
Yep.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Also, another one somebody texted in, said after trying for 2 years and right before we were getting ready to start IVF treatment, I am finally accepting my second child.
Nice.
Okay, due in October.
Now, I wonder if you started paying for IVF yet.
Yeah.
If you skirted that bill, good for you.
Somebody said, for our Feel Good Friday, my husband and I are going to be taking our 2 kids to dinner and telling them that we're having another baby.
Wow, babies are in the air.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Boy.
A lot of good stuff.
All right, Denny's, you hear that?
Got a shout out here. My wife, Ashley, and I are going to be celebrating our 1-year anniversary of marriage. I could not be happier in life. Very excited for our weekend. It's nice.
Okay, that's cozy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said I got accepted into UF's biomedical science PhD program after a full month of interviews. Zach from the Pizzle. That's not easy to do. Congrats on that, Zach. Also, we've got a win for the week. Pirates Well in Royal Palm is bringing back breakfast. Woohoo, thanks, Larry. Okay, there you go. I really love
Pirates
that
Well
out there.
is bringing back breakfast. Okay.
It's a good move. I think the more variety you have.
Yeah. Let me see. We got a shout out to my daughter, Sade. Just filmed another commercial as a lead talent. And she has a speaking role for Nicholas Children's, a.k.a. Miami Children's Hospital.
Wow.
That
good
is
for
Michelle
you.
from Plantation. Yeah, she always lets us know. We got a couple KVJ Nationers out there doing some big things in the acting world. Also a nice little Feel Good Friday. My Feel Good Friday is that little boy with dwarfism in Australia was being bullied. And his mom posted that video. She didn't know what else to do. And he's like, I just want to die. And
I can't. I watched it. I started bawling, crying.
Oh, it's tough.
It's
tough.
so upsetting. If you just put
Yeah.
on mascara, do not watch that video. You're going to be a disaster.
But they've raised over $200,000 to send him to Disney, and
I
a
love
lot of
it.
celebrities have jumped up, and they are supporting him, and it just brings more awareness to anti-bullying. And look, we all come in different shapes and sizes and forms and whatever, but
Amen.
inside there is all a special spirit inside of us. So don't forget that. So that was a lot of good stuff out there for your Feel Good Friday. So anything else you want to add to it, you can. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. Do you guys have any big plans going on for this weekend? Anything crazy is going to be going on?
Oh, yeah. Well, the witch is out of town, so me and the panda will be playing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We're supposed to, we have a spring training date. I know that, Virginia. And
I'm going to Mardi Gras, so I'm going to be tearing it up. You can do whatever you want. Panda is all yours.
yeah, I'm supposed to hang out with Panda.
Wow.
Supposed to maybe see Bigfoot. I definitely will be hanging with the oh-so-sweet Denny's.
Okay. Well, you got an exciting weekend.
Yeah, you do.
Here's what I would say the top 5 things that you need to know about this weekend going on here in South Florida. Spring training is number 1, and that is going to start on Saturday. The games you have on Saturday, the Nationals and the Astros at the ballpark of the Palm Beaches, Cardinals Mets at Roger Dean.
It's Nationals and Astros. They play the first one.
Yeah, they do. It's a night game, 6 o'clock.
Awkward.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. They did a really great job last night, too, at Clematis by Night. They had the Washington Nationals were out there, and they did a parade. They had the World Series trophy out there that they had won. They had all the players. In fact, if you're watching KVJ TV, I finally got my photo with the trophy there.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
You can't even, honestly, your eyes are not even the focus in that picture.
Yeah, that's good.
That is good.
It's a good start. Yeah, they had the team. I was right there. There's Max Scherzer.
Okay, that's one of my favorite players, Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an all-star pitcher there with the Nationals. There's Trey Turner. He's from Park Vista. He's a Cobra, and he's the shortstop for the World Series champion Washington Nationals. So there they were. So they were on stage last night, so really cool. Everybody came out to Clematis by Night, got to see them. You got Cardinals Mets at Roger Dean on Saturday, Mets Marlins. I think they're calling it Clover Park. Now it used to be First Data and Tradition Field, and I don't know. Now I guess it's Clover Park.
Clover Park?
I think that's what they're calling it.
Is that a business, or are they just like clovers?
I don't know. That's a good. It gets so confusing when they keep renaming all the stadiums around here.
I'll look it up.
And the amphitheaters, and I'm like, wait, what? Sunday, it's Nationals Astros again at 15 Ballpark at the Palm Beaches. Nationals Marlins at Roger Dean, and Mets Cardinals at Clover Park in Port St. Lucie. So that's the spring training stuff you got to know about. Also, Jerry Seinfeld is going to be at Hard Rock Live tonight and Saturday, if you didn't know about that. Hamilton, the musical, one of the biggest on planet Earth, is at the Adrian Arsht Center in Miami this weekend. South Beach Food and Wine Festival is going on, Virginia. I don't know if you knew about that.
Some of my friends are down there. It's just unfortunate, the timing. I love South Beach Food and Wine, but Mardi Gras always takes priority. Sorry.
Oh, I love $90 drinks. It is so fun.
Yeah.
It's actually, you pay one price, which is way more than $90, and then you get to go up and down like the whole grand area where there's it's a grand tasting area. They have like 8,000 different things you can try. Food, drinks. Like it's pretty cool.
Some of the signature events going on this weekend. You've got the Wine and Cheese Happy Hour with Dwayne Wade at the Eden Rock, Miami Beach on Saturday.
That sounds fun. You said cheese?
Yes. Well, I said Dwayne Wade, too, but
he didn't hear that.
He's more excited about the cheese part, yeah. Yeah, it's cheese, wine and
Nothing
cheese.
against Dwayne Wade. He's great, but I think cheese is the star.
That's probably going to set you back at least $300 a ticket.
And how much cheese do you really get?
All the cheese you can handle.
Is that true? Do I get cubes and cubes of cheese nonstop?
I bet you do.
I want to know the rules on this.
I feel like you get more cheese than anybody else who's there. But I don't know. Is it unlimited? You asking the right questions.
Mm-hmm. You've also got Guy Fieri's Beachside Barbecue going on at the Delano on Saturday. So that's the big ones that going on there. And then number 5 on my list of the top 5 things you need to know about this weekend, the Delray Beach Open is going on at the Delray Beach Tennis Center. So there you go. There's still a lot more stuff for you to check out this weekend, but if you want to get the full list, get the KVJ Show e-blast. Go to kvjshow.com in the upper right-hand corner. You can just enter your email address, and it is right there for you. Speaking about Delray Beach, what are the best things to do? If somebody's coming to town and you're like, okay, we're going to hang out in Delray Beach this weekend, where are you going to go? The top places. We'll take your suggestions. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. Well, we keep doing this thing, letting you know the top places to go in each major city in South Florida. We do the list every single week. We've not covered Delray Beach yet, which I got to tell you, Delray Beach is probably one of the coolest towns in all of South Florida to hang out in. They call it a village. So it's not even like necessarily a city or whatever, and it's got kind of that village vibe. And Atlantic Avenue that they've got that goes right down through Delray Beach, to me, it's the most happening street in all of South Florida, and that includes, South Beach and everything else. I think it's a better street even than that, with all the bars and everything else that you got to check out there. So we're going to be doing that this weekend. You'll get to vote on your 5 favorite places and things to do in Delray Beach if you go there. I know, like the Murakami Museum, a lot of people love doing that. That's right on the Boca Delray Beach border. But for me, just going up and down Atlantic Avenue, have you guys ever been to Tin Roof? You ever tried that out?
Yes, I have. And every time I'm there, I want to go, rusted.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not the only annoying person that does that.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good little spot. They got a few of those in South Florida.
They got the Blue Anchor down there, too, and it's supposedly haunted with spirits,
It is.
Virginia.
Yeah.
I know. I've been there.
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I thought they actually brought that whole structure from
They did, yeah.
Okay, from England, right?
It's from England, and that's where apparently the death had happened. Yeah, there was a woman that died there. We always talk about that one every year around Halloween. So,
I've been there before. They have a very, very underrated honey mustard. Good stuff there.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
It's a quaint little place.
I dare you to walk in, order a cup of it, and drink it.
Okay, and then
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it.
He would, yeah. That's not even weird for him.
That's not that weird.
Yeah.
Why would you? It's weird that that's your request.
I just want to see it on video.
Some of my other favorites, you got Johnny Brown's right there on the street. It's just great for people watching. Boston's on the beach, or the Sandbar right there next to the ocean.
Oh, I like Boston's too.
Boston's is great.
Have you been to the Sandbar one?
Is that the one on?
It's new.
Where's this at?
It's newer.
Is it at the same spot?
It's pretty much just right down from Boston's. Yeah,
right
same
down.
people own it.
Same people, and that's where they had the Christmas party for those people, and I went to it, and it was fabulous. You would love that bar.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's indoor, outdoor.
Do you want me to walk in there and drink barbecue sauce?
Yes. And then the next bar, do ranch.
Okay.
And then the next bar, do Thousand Island.
You're the only one that wants to see that, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so. I think other people would. At least 2 people would watch that video.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Saltwater Brewery is a great place in Delray Beach to go. You've also got Opportunities, which is down there now, and they got some different stuff.
It's clever.
Yeah, it's a nice little place to get some craft beer. They got some nice wine bars in Delray Beach. And Elisabetta's, too, a great place to get Italian food and a brunch.
Would I horrify the wine place if I said, I want a white wine mixed with a red? Can you mix them together? Are they going to be like, oh, you amateur? Or will they be like, all right, this guy's kind of cutting edge?
I don't think anybody does that I know of.
Why don't they do that?
I mean...
Nobody does that?
The thing about wine is you're supposed to enjoy the blend that the winemaker put together for you, because that's what he does. It's kind of like going back in a restaurant and telling the chef how to cook. Like, you don't tell the winemaker how to blend his wine. He does it for you. That's his gig. And then you're supposed to appreciate his talents by drinking his wine the way he made it. When you mix a red and a white, now you're just goofy.
I just find it hard.
You're just goofy.
I find it hard. I'm the only person asking that question. I grew up at a time where you go to a soda machine and you put a little Pepsi, you put a little Mountain Dew. It was called the Monster Drink. You put all of the different sodas in the one glass. So why is that such a crazy concept to mix red and white wines together?
Soda and wine are very different.
Oh, you've never sounded more snobbier than right now.
I'm just giving you facts.
Well, I'm asking a sincere question. I'm getting nothing but to quest a tube,
Oh,
Kev.
yeah, you're so dumb.
People said, don't forget about the Sunday House in Delray Beach. It is not cheap, but if you love a good brunch.
They have like rooms you can actually stay there too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and I think they're expanding too. They got a lot of cool little places there that you can check out. And somebody said too, the Sandaway House on A1A is never busy, inexpensive, and you can see birds, fish, reptiles, and a great little museum. Okay, I had never even heard of it. See, that's why I love doing this because even though I spent a lot of time there.
The Sandaway House?
Yeah, Sandaway House. Don't forget about the Pinball Museum that is there, and they do alcoholic beverages there too.
We've been to a few birthday parties there.
Mm-hmm.
They do a fun party.
Yeah, it is cool. El Camino, somebody said, yes, they have fantastic food there. That is a great spot. That bar there, El Camino, is always packed. I know they got one on Las Olas too, in Fort Lauderdale, so that is a hot place to go. Deck 84 on the water. Great suggestion. We'll put all these on the list. These are going to be going up on our website. Denny's will post that up so you can go and say your favorite places that you love. Also, somebody said Dada and Delray, and also Honey. You can put in there as well. So thank you very much. Anything we left off the list that should go, just let us know. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Well, Virginia is all about the sauces. Coming up here in a second, Thrill List went through, and they ranked the best and worst sauces that are out there. I'm just kind of curious to see exactly how Jaybird would rule on that.
Are these all sauces or are they salad dressings?
They are sauces.
It's a good question, Virginia. That's actually a very good question from the witch, because there's a lot of controversy out there. A dressing and a sauce, are they the same thing?
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think they are.
It depends on who you ask.
Okay. Well, we'll see exactly. Does Jaybird approve of this list, and what would he put on his? Somebody just letting you know here, Jaybird, that rosé is actually just a blend of white and red, so not really groundbreaking, something that people have been doing. It's not cutting edge.
Okay, so Virginia was a little harsh with her critique. I got you.
No, but it's blended by the winemaker, and so he knows exactly how to do it to build the rosé. Most wines are blends, not just rosé. Most wines are blends.
What a wine snob.
I'm just telling you, it's the truth.
Somebody want to know, Jaybird, how you would feel if somebody wanted to mix Kraft honey mustard with McDonald's honey mustard.
I think, you know what? You have to follow your path. I've never done that before. I say go for it. Let's see what we can whip up here.
Okay.
Yes, sometimes you can marry different sauces and make something wonderful.
Yeah. I remember doing. I remember as a kid we used to try to make our own McDonald's secret sauce.
You can't. It's so hard, man.
But we would try. I was never very good, but we would try.
You never can. Everyone always says they can they can replicate either the Quarter Pounder or the Big Mac from home. It's tough. I think they put something else on there that we don't know about.
How do you feel about this list of sauces that Thrill List did? They talked about the good and the bad on their list. They ranked them out. They said the best sauces that are out there for dipping include McDonald's honey mustard, the Chick-fil-A sauce, Culver's Wisconsin cheddar cheese sauce, Raising Cane sauce, and Whataburger spicy ketchup.
You have to have the bird sauce on there.
Yeah. That didn't make their list, sadly. That's what they say are the best.
One of my favorite is Outback Steakhouse honey mustard. Then TJ Friday's honey mustard's unbelievable as well.
Okay.
Yeah, what about Chili's honey mustard?
So, I don't want to bring this up again because last time it caused a lot of controversy in the sauce world, and I think it annoyed people. I was told that Chili's changed their honey mustard.
What?
And I was told from an employee there,
when?
And I feel like they have changed their honey mustard. I used to love their honey mustard. I felt like it changed.
When did they change?
I would say it changed, 6 years ago.
Dang.
Wow.
Maybe 7.
Okay. And life's never been the same
Well,
since.
yeah, you just rocked my world.
Well, we brought it up on the air before, and then half the people said I was right, then half the people said, no, you're wrong. I work at Chili's, and I work at Chili's too.
We got to call my friend Tony, who runs stuff at Chili's, and ask him. He would know.
Okay.
She's just kind of name dropping.
Yeah.
You are name dropping?
I kind of know some power players at Chili's. Don't mean to brag, but it is what it is.
Actually, the first time she's name dropped, and I actually care.
Yeah.
Like, I want to talk to this guy from Chili's. I want to get to the bottom of
Tony
this.
is amazing.
All right.
Tony V.
Well, the people need answers.
And according to their list of the best, worst fast food dipping sauces, the worst list has Burger King Ranch. They've got the KFC Finger Licking Good sauce. They've got several here that we don't have. Must have been a West Coast list. Anything from Carl's Jr. Sweet and Bold Barbecue, In-N-Out Burger Spread, White Castle Zesty Zing, and Long John Silver's cocktail sauce.
Now, are you going to count a ketchup? Because I really want to bash Hunt's ketchup. It's the worst crap on the market.
It's fast food dipping sauce, if you'd call that.
Really, what's the difference between really, we're talking semantics now. Ketchup versus a honey mustard. It's the same texture.
It's a fast food dipping sauce, yeah. And we have found that McDonald's has their own signature ketchup that they do.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love McDonald's ketchup.
And it's not the same as everybody else. They have their own blend of ketchup.
I heard they add sugar.
I would believe
That'd
that.
be why he loves it.
I do.
Sugar junkie over here is like so into it.
Let people know too, underrated, kind of an unsung hero ketchup that you can get in the store. Try out French's ketchup. Tell me what you think of that.
Okay.
I'm not hating it.
Well, I would hope that you would grace us on Monday with your own list of the best fast food dipping sauces.
I would be honored.
Yeah. That would be the list I really take to.
I sent you another list. I don't know if you like it or not. It was the snack. Virginia's going on a road trip.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the top 5 snacks you need on your road trip.
I would totally bring bird sauce with me on road trips to dip other people's nuggets in because they don't have buds in other places.
The bird sauce is great on rice as well.
The bird sauce is delicious.
Yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm. Somebody want to know, has Jaybird tried any of the PDQ sauces?
I have, but I don't know if I can talk about that.
Okay. I'll tell you, I've had them. I don't even know what it is. It's like an orange sauce, and it's amazing.
Out of respect to buds, I'm not talking about their sauce.
Yeah.
I'll say they're good.
2J's
But
honey
they're
mustard.
expensive, too. I think PDQ is more expensive.
I'm sorry, she's talking PDQ. You're talking 2J's.
We're all waiting for you.
My brain just...
He's buffering.
We're all just here with bated breath to hear what's about to come out of your
buffering,
mouth.
Buffering.
Yeah. I heard her
We know at some point you're speaking. We just don't know when.
I love honey mustard.
Heidi Mustard?
Jeez.
I love honey mustard.
If you met a girl named Heidi Mustard, I feel like you might propose.
That might be the one. Finally. Wallace Pennington, those walls might come.
Heidi Mustard.
Heidi Mustard.
But you change your last name.
Oh, he takes her name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'd flip it around. No more Penningtons. Yeah, it's all the mustards now.
To answer your question, 2J's has great honey mustard. I like to take their... Bird, you're blanking here.
Are you okay?
The knish. The knish.
The Ganesh.
The knish.
What?
The potato knish. You dip it in the honey mustard.
Okay.
Oh, boy, what a bad segment.
Thank goodness 2J's not paying for that spot.
But the love is there.
I know. You do love them, and you talk about
That's
it.
why I'm getting choked up. That's why I can't talk.
Somebody said Flanagan's Jalapeno Ranch.
You were bragging about them Flanagan's ribs the other day.
Oh, those
They
Flanagan.
do good stuff.
The Flanagan ribs in the egg roll form. Like riblet meat in egg roll form.
She likes it.
Arby's sauce. I don't know if you got a take on that. Somebody said that's the way to go.
Love me some Arby's sauce. No, if I'm getting a little frisky, I'll get that horsey sauce too.
What is Arby's sauce? I've never had it.
Baby, it is a tangy journey. Down.
Is it like barbecue?
You wouldn't like it.
I don't like barbecue.
She's got an attitude towards barbecue sauce and ketchup.
Oh.
I know.
In that order. Barbecue, I hate second. Ketchup, I hate the most.
Oh, you are making me want to just have a sauce party.
Where are you going to put that sauce?
Also, Zaxby sauce and Pete Rose honey mustard.
Pete Rose honey mustard, but it's no longer.
I know, his restaurant in Boynton's gone.
I would drive down there just for the Pete Rose's honey mustard.
Why did it go away? Did it go out of business?
It went out of business. It was always packed there. I have no idea why. That was such a cozy restaurant. That went out, and so did the Wilt Chamberlain restaurant.
Yeah, the one that was in Delray, right?
I thought it was Boca, but I'm wrong.
Oh, it was Boca.
a lot.
I think it was Boca. Yeah, you're right. It was Boca. Let me see. So a lot of people got Pollo Tropical has pineapple rum, Flava barbecue, and Poho something.
They have a good curry mustard.
Okay. Gosh, there's so many good sauce. See, I just don't even feel like we even came close to scratching the full surface of this.
See, to me, if you're going to do it right, have a sauce bar for the people. Have a sauce bar.
Pollo Tropical does.
I think it's a lovely idea.
You know who else has a little bar that I found the other night? I'd never, ever eaten there? That lime
Yeah.
Fresh Mexican Grill.
Go there a lot.
They've got a whole little salsa bar,
They do.
hot sauce bar. You can get all your extra accoutrement. The only thing they don't have on there is like a cheese bar. If anybody ever put a cheese bar in their restaurant, now you got my attention.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Somebody said mango sauce from Huey Mangoes in Coral Springs. You've also got the Steak and Shake honey mustard is one of the best, and Bud's buffalo sauce. Don't forget about that.
Yes, and another place too that's great. Trees Wings has a great honey mustard sauce.
Okay.
Oh, when I was really eating, I mean, a lot of bad stuff, and I'm not. I say bad as in kind of fatty foods. I would get their food all the time. It tastes amazing.
Yeah,
it's such good food.
It's so good,
yeah.
huh? Yeah. Other people have said here, Wingstop has the greatest ranch to check out. Somebody said there is a Carl's Jr. on Congress by the Walmart.
One of the worst.
Really?
One of the worst dressings out there is Hidden Valley Ranch. If you want to crap your pants in 30 minutes, eat Hidden Valley.
I feel like Hidden Valley is too runny.
So are your pants.
I like a thick ranch. I like a thick blue cheese. I like it to be where you got to wait for it to come out the jar.
There's a Parmesan ranch that's really good. It's a restaurant from a state I can't remember, but
Okay.
it's good.
It's good. Okay.
Zero help.
Yeah.
Google that, guys.
I don't even know what to Google.
And a lot of people want to shout out to Tijuana Flats' sauce bar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
You always sound like you have so much to say.
Because I don't know what I'm allowed to say because I might get in trouble on certain things. So that's why. Because I've gotten in trouble before. If I say I like a certain thing, it's behind
You're like a battered wife.
It's behind,
I know,
it's
right?
behind
You're like all scared.
It's behind the scenes stuff. Well, dog, I've been fired from accounts before.
You can say you like sauce.
I hear you.
Okay.
I do. I love sauce.
All right, so can we get a top 10 list from you on Monday?
You might get a top 30.
Okay.
You can't narrow it down.
30 on Monday.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a second in your Dirt of the Day. Yeah, what is Ben Affleck trying to say to Jennifer Garner that he can't say to her face that he has to say through Diane Sawyer? Ooh, this is fascinating. Before we get into that, though, it looks like, along with battling Parkinson's, Ozzy is confessing that lately he's been in unbelievable pain all day, every day. It's all because of that fall last year when he aggravated his neck. He originally had fallen off a quad bike back in 2003, but then fell again last year and is now suffering from nerve pain. He said, I didn't even know there was a effing thing such as nerve pain.
Oh, it's good Aussie.
Real good. But yeah, a little spry.
Yeah, it's a little bit too understandable. I got to make it more hard to hear. I guess he's got Parkinson's P2, which is a little bit different from Michael J. Fox's Parkinson's. It's a milder form, so he talks about that as well, and he's just going through it right now, y'all. Lauren London, you may not know who she is, but she was the wife or girlfriend, baby mama, at the very least, of Nipsey Hussle, who passed away. And I guess Lauren and P. Diddy were photographed over the weekend at a Rock Nation Grammy pre-party or a couple weeks ago. So immediately all these people were like, oh, is Lauren dating Diddy? Is Lauren dating Diddy? And no, she said, forever, I will still be Nipsey Hussle's. I am not dating Diddy. We are just friends. And Diddy backed it up. But they looked very cozy in all the pictures that we saw.
Diddy getting cozy?
He gets cozy with a lot of people, though.
Is he moving in?
Diddy gets, Kevin's right. Diddy gets cozy with a lot of people.
Does get cozy. And finally here, Ben Affleck has a message for Jennifer Garner, but I guess he couldn't say it to her.
Did you say that she's not talking to him?
I mean, I get the feeling that they don't.
Oh, so you don't
hang out.
Oh, so you're just going on Virginia Gut?
I'm just going on how the whole thing ended. So like at first she was trying to like help him, and then he started banging all these Playboy models, and she was probably like, "What am I doing trying to help you?" And you've got all these Playboy models, and you look intoxicated and bloated, and you're just not taking care of yourself. Like, you obviously don't care. I'm done here. I'm Jennifer effing Garner.
Yeah. So it sounds like he's kind of gotten to a place now where he's really tried to park the alcohol, and he realizes that, he was saying just earlier this week that his biggest regret is his divorce with Jennifer Garner. And
so if someone does all the work like that, like I bet he would appear to change in everyone's life, everyone's personal life that he knows. How long does it take to forgive somebody that hurts you?
If he looks like Ben Affleck, it's a quicker forgive because he's adorable.
I know it's different for everybody. I know certain things take time, but I mean, if you had someone in your life that messed up and then they did the work and appeared to change.
I think the longer time goes on and their behavior is still good, you let them in a little bit more and more. You keep in mind, when you got kids with somebody, you always are going to have that connection. But yeah, would she ever get back with Ben Affleck? Yeah, I don't know.
Depends on how bad it got.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, remember he got that big Phoenix Rising tattoo on the back of his back when they were divorcing? That was kind of like him saying, "You've held me back. Now I can go be a phoenix and be what I want to be, rising from the ashes of our marriage." The tattoo takes up his whole entire back.
Oh, we've seen it.
And it was meant as a symbol of their marriage ending.
Right. And so now you're going to get with a guy who's got a tramp stamp?
So here is Ben, and I mean, this is Diane Sawyer speaking, but I think it's Ben's message.
Yeah, this is the message she relayed.
He says, "What I want to say publicly and privately is thank you. Thank you for being thoughtful, considerate, responsible, and a great mom and person."
Someone's laying the foundation.
Oh, they're not getting back together.
No, I think she's too smart.
All right, I'm done talking about this story. Why? Stop asking questions, Bert. It makes the dirt go longer.
And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
I don't know why I'm saying
Crazy Pants is over here yelling at himself.
over here asking these dumb questions.
Back to you, Kev.
Just prolonging the inevitable, huh? Okay. It's a fun game we play all the time in the studio here with Virginia. It's food or fart, and we're trying to decide from the smell, is it coming from her food or did she fart?
I have a great sniffer, and I got to say, I'm stumped on this one. I know she's eating the grossest looking egg I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
But it also kind of smells like Virginia farts. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Yeah, we got an email. Somebody was listening to the show, and Denny's, I don't know, did we get that? Was there audio attached to that? I know we'd had an email where somebody thought that they heard Virginia. They're like, did Virginia fart here? Nobody call it out?
We have our own fart gate.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can honestly answer that question if you're guilty or innocent. I don't think you even know the answer.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out, see if we can get that. Giancarlo had sent this in. I was listening to Tuesday's KVJ Show podcast, and I heard what I believe is a horrible, juicy fart right before Virginia said, "I love that."
Now, Virginia's going to fart when we go right on the air. She waits for me and you to put our headphones on.
Yeah.
And then she goes. But most of the time, my headphones don't work.
You don't know everything I do.
I know a lot of your tricks, Witchy.
Your earphones work now. You can't hear us.
You're right. I can smell
But
them.
back in the day when you had one broken one.
Oh, I'd catch her farting all the time.
Okay. Well, I'll have Denny's go and check that out, see if that is the case or not.
Denny's is so happy.
But it doesn't say where exactly in the
it's just 4
show
hours.
that happened. Yeah.
4 hours of audio,
Right.
Denny.
So, anyway. Sorry.
You got to go through with a microscope.
Maybe we won't get that after all.
You got to give a little more context.
Yes. That's all we got from it. Well, I'm trying to figure out not only how, but even should I, is the question. My son Cannon is 11, and he next year will be going into the middle school, so he's going to be leaving the elementary world and going, there. And he's getting to the point where he's, you can tell he's starting to look like a teenager.
He's developing.
Yes, he is. He is getting to that point. And, there's always been that whole thing about the birds and the bees and the talk that you have. And then I was reading just some stuff online the other day, and there was people talking about, oh my gosh, my parents tried to do that with me. I already knew what was going on. I wish they didn't because it was so weird and awkward. And I was like, okay, well, am I going to create a really weird atmosphere that he's going to have information he gets at school anyway? Or is it still a parent's responsibility to have that talk? To sit him down and be like going, well, you've got this thing, and when you put this thing there, and then things happen, and a baby's
you still have to talk to him about it.
And I don't think it's got to be that weird and awkward either. You can you can have fun with it and not make it so sterile and weird.
Let Jay Bird do it.
Well, then it's just creepy. Oh, here comes Uncle Jay Bird now. Yeah. With this hat and this beard.
Drunkle Jay Bird.
Yeah, let me hit the Jameson, and then I'll get an Uber on over.
Yeah.
All right, kid, let's go talk.
Okay, so my question then is, if you're saying that I definitely do, then how do you present it in a way that your kid's not going to be like, gosh, that was so awkward and weird?
It's going to be awkward and weird. It just is. There's no way to have the conversation without you uncomfortable or them uncomfortable or both of you, which is probably what it'll be.
Hey, somebody made a good YouTube video now that you can just put on and be going, hey, let's watch this, and then 3 minutes later, you go, hey, you got any questions? You good?
I'm sure they have, but you don't need no YouTube.
You got drunkle.
No, you can have fun with this thing. Now, do you want to bring it up organically? Do you want to sit him down? Do you want to go fishing or something?
Well, the problem that we have,
And you see Kevin?
Yeah.
He comes home with 2 poles and a bucket.
We're here to have the talk, son.
Cannon's like, what? Who are you?
What is going on?
I think there's ways to make it less awkward.
Yeah, the only thing is just we don't have a ton of. We're a family that is always moving. I mean, we are always on from one thing to the next.
I hear you.
That moment where you're just all sitting around, big, come here, son, sit down next to me and let's have a talk.
So the question I always get from people that listen to this program, they'll ask me about Virginia and you when you talk about these things on the air, like if you have a Mags problem or a Cannon issue, is this conversation going to eventually get to them and they're going to know about? Is that possibility out there? And does that make it awkward, or does that actually help?
No, pretty much past 8 a.m., nothing really gets back. I don't think, in my son's world and the youngest one and his world, I don't think that.
Because all the kids and the teachers are in school.
Yeah.
And those are usually the worst offenders of the people that run to your children and tell them and rat you out for what you said on the radio. Hashtag be cool. Don't tell our kids what we said on the radio, y'all.
Oh, people are going to always rat you out. That's just the way it goes.
But, I mean, then we're going to have to stop giving information. We want to give information.
There's no way you ever stop giving information.
You're right. Who am I kidding?
Come on.
Who am I kidding?
Who's she kidding? Yeah. So I don't think that this would get back to him in that way. So that's just the question is there an easy way to do it? Is there something, I mean, obviously I know how it's done, but how can I do it so that it's not, and when? That's the other part of it too.
Sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Because you want to be the first one with the information. You don't want to be the third or fourth.
It'd be cool if there was like a jumping off point. If you guys are watching something together and all of a sudden you have a chance to say, so what do you think about that? And kind of lead into the whole thing.
Okay.
Because I think if you do the whole, son, let me sit you down, we have to have a talk, that right automatically is going to be awkward.
Jay Bird gave us his Pornhub password. Come sit down.
Yes.
Well, you can totally tell Virginia does not watch Pornhub because you don't need no password.
Somebody said there are books that you can get. It's not The Stork. Said, yeah, it's a book. You can buy it, read it to Cannon, and then answer his questions honestly.
Kevin's looking for a YouTube video. He doesn't want a book.
What if you said something like...
We're more viewers than we are readers.
What if you said something like, Cannon, so have you guys done anything, in health class? What kind of stuff are you learning in health class? And see, what he starts to tell you, and maybe that might be a good opening to get into it.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I don't know if you have this problem. Every time I say, I'm like going, so what do you learn in school? Nothing. Well, so what is going on? Do you have like a math class? Yeah, we're just, doing math. And I'm like, gosh, you just like want to wring his neck. You're like, can you give me something concrete?
You got to ask him specific questions.
Yeah, I know.
In health class, have they talked to you about your penis? Let's start there. Let's talk about your penis.
Okay, so maybe do that.
Maybe start with and making it about biology at first rather than sex, and start from there as a jumping off and figure out what he knows about his penis.
And you can kind of relate to it in a funny way because, I'm sure you had those classes too. I know when I had them, it was awkward, it was uncomfortable, people were laughing in class. I would just talk about those experiences that you had around his age, and he might be able to relate to that, and then bring it back to what you want to teach him.
And just make it from the point of view of, look, you're about to go through some changes. Your body is going to change a lot over the next couple of years. And I just wanted to tell you what was going to happen because I, too, have a penis. And I know what's about to happen to you and your penis. And I just want to make sure that you see it, before it hits you. And you know what's going to be happening to your body.
Tell him, I, too, have a penis, but your mom's got my testicles.
Oh, this is what I was looking for. Somebody texts in and says Netflix has a 5-part series called Explain Sex. It explains a lot about sex, sexuality, and pregnancy.
5 parts.
Yeah, that sounds like it might
Kevin
be a lot.
was hoping to get in and out in under 20 minutes.
I need like a 3-minute video.
He's looking for that 90-second YouTube video.
5 parts.
I am.
What, a mini-series?
There's quick edits just to kind of speed it along.
Yeah. Somebody said that, there's a lot of things you can talk about with this. The car is actually a great place to have those conversations.
Yes, they are trapped in the car. They can't get out. You have to take away their electronics.
Yes, you do.
And make them engage.
Yes, that's it. Take away the electronics and make them listen.
That's what, I'm so excited that I have Mags in the car all to myself for an 11-hour road trip. I'm actually giddy.
Yeah, that's great.
I am going to use this time so wisely.
Mm-hmm.
If your gut instinct served you well, would you say that Cannon knows some stuff already, or you think he's completely in the dark?
I don't know. He's pretty sheltered. As far as that, I think he knows
comes
about
off
the
very
parts.
innocent.
Yeah.
But that's good, Kevin,
Yeah.
because you're going to be the first one maybe to get this information to him. And
Yeah.
I did it with Mags right around the same age, 11. She kind of knew a little bit. She knew a little bit about the biology and her parts, and she kind of knew a little bit about what, the guys have and what the girls have. But she didn't understand their relation to each other. And so I was the first one to break it down and actually say, okay, here's what happens with the penis.
Okay, well,
and here's what happens with your business. And you want to be the first one to explain all that so you can do it clearly and concisely.
But how does our boy do that? So what did you do? How did you start the whole thing off? How did the whole thing get going? Because I think that's the hardest part for Kevin.
We started from the biology aspect of it, and I would begin telling her about her body because, girls are going to get the periods around that age or a little bit later. And so that's how I got into it, with the biology thing.
You're in the kitchen, and all of a sudden you bring it up?
No. I went into her bedroom and closed the door and made it just the two of us, and I didn't want anybody else to hear. I didn't want her to be embarrassed because, there's a stepdad and a little boy in the house, and I'm sure she doesn't want anybody else hearing.
Yeah, like, a listening audience.
Well, we're past that now.
Uh-huh.
We're way past that now.
So that's how you did it. You took a moment, you separated yourself, and then you went and had the chit-chat.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, I think they're all good suggestions. Good to have the books and the ideas and the thoughts and how you did it. So your kids aren't one to be like, oh, yeah, my parents did it with me, and it was so awkward. It was one of the worst moments of my life.
It's going to be awkward, though. If you just go in knowing it's going to be uncomfortable, I think you'll be a lot better off. Nobody does this and does it just well.
I think you can lessen the awkwardness as well.
Okay.
Put on that Kevin Ralston charm.
Bring a drunkle.
Yeah.
I would love to be. Nah, this is a family thing.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to do it here in the next week. So that is my goal, is to find that moment where it's not going to be so awkward and then just be like, so tell me, son.
Let's talk about your Johnson.
Right. Okay, appreciate it. 877-979-9763. You can always hit us up. Coming up here in a couple of minutes on the KVJ show, Virginia has her own parenting shame thing that is going on here. Rocco. A little bit of an update on him and a video that she was concerned to post because of what Rocco was doing in it. What exactly was he doing? You'll find out next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, a second ago, I was trying to figure out the best way to approach the talk, the birds and the bees with my 11-year-old son. I really like some of the suggestions I got. Thank you. Probably a discussion in the cars. The thing that seems most natural. And it's a good point, too. Somebody texted in and said, Kevin, part of the reason that parents should have this important talk with their kids is so your kid knows that you're willing to talk about it. So in the future, when he has questions, he'll know that he can come to you because you opened the door with your initial conversation about it.
That's a great comment.
Yeah, I thought that was good. And this is a great idea, too. Somebody said, I just let Rocco have that talk with Cannon. I'm sure he knows more about it than most people out there. So
Rocco don't know nothing.
How old were y'all when you knew about the birds and the bees? Because I was talking to the boys in the back over here, Suits and Denny's, and we all kind of knew about it pretty young.
Yeah.
I guess probably around 6th grade, probably about where the age of my son is. And it was the neighborhood boys that kind of like let me know. I remember when I think I was about 22, 23, my dad had sent me a letter and said, hey, I know we never had to talk, but I don't know if you know how to do this thing, but if you ever want to talk to me about it, you can just let me know. And it was an awkward letter.
He sent you a letter when you were 21.
I was like 23.
You're like, Dad, I've been getting my freak on for about 6 years now.
Yeah, this letter's a little late.
Dad, you know about the summer of Kev, right?
I don't think he does.
No, he does not. He does not. So, yeah, that's why I figured it's better to do it sooner rather than later. Now, Virginia had a video with her son Rocco. She didn't know if she should post or not. Rocco apparently had dug in the trash and found himself a toy that he was playing in the bath with.
I put it up on my Instagram story because I put more stuff that's like kind of scandalous there. It's not as mainstream. I feel like not as many eyes see it. I feel like it's a private club, Insta stories.
You do? Okay.
I do. So I put like exclusive stuff there.
Okay.
And I tend to not get as much heat. Like, I don't know if I could put that video on our mainstream Facebook.
It'd be cool to put that on KVJ stuff. We want the heat on there.
You do?
I don't know. Don't you want a little? Come on. I just got into a fight.
Right.
I got into a fight with Kathy the Moo the other day. I'm trying to get engagement going on.
I sent it to Denny's, the video. If he wants to put it on the Facebook main page.
Now, you're going to get hate.
Yeah.
You're going to get people that are going to be...
I'm fine. I just didn't want you guys to be mad at me. And that's why I wanted to show it to you first.
Oh, yeah, no.
And bounce it off of your gauge and see if you thought that it was too risque.
It's so weird because if you put that up without even saying... would you be mad at that, Kev? I wouldn't be mad at
No.
that. What are you talking about? We get mad at it.
I don't know.
It's the innocence of youth. Somebody texted and said, OMG, I almost peed my pants when I saw little Rocco playing with his looker, a.k.a. tampon tube. He's just... so innocent with it, has no clue. He's going to want to kill Virginia in about 5 years. Cutie.
I mean, in Rocco's defense, it looks like it makes a fun toy.
It does. Yeah, he brought it in the bath with him. He dug it out of the trash.
Yeah.
And then he brought it in the bathtub, and he was having a good time.
Well, it also acts as either a submarine or it could be a torpedo as well underneath the water.
Yeah, I think he thinks it's a scope on a submarine.
Yes.
Like when you look through, a looker.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He calls it a
his
looker.
Yeah. That's a great video that, after he gets more mature, you look back and be like, oh, man.
Well, at one point he's looking at it and he's talking about how he found it in the trash, and then he also puts it in his mouth.
He does, yeah.
And I didn't know if that was too much because
You're just like, well, I saw
it's
you.
a lot.
It's one of those things, you ever watch a video, you're like going, no, Rocco, no,
No.
Oh, man.
So wait, it's used?
Yes.
Okay.
It was in the trash.
Yeah, you're going to get some hate. You definitely gonna get some hate.
But,
He took it out of the trash, and then I put him in the bath, and then I saw him playing with something, and that's when I noticed it. But so it was in the bath water, and it was clean. It wasn't necessarily like dirty.
Gosh, ignorance is bliss, Rocco. I don't think you should tell him.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. There will be some people, maybe with good points, but how dare you? You can't allow him to do that.
KVJ, you've sunk low, but
Yeah.
you've really sunk low this time.
This next thing with Rocco, though, is one thing I don't understand why anybody would be upset. And you can imagine this, if you are a mom, you go get your nails done at a salon. I know my wife and daughter, it's a big bonding experience for them to go get it. Now, imagine if Cannon were younger and this would be something where he's with them and Rocco's 4. Where, he might want to be a part of the fun as well. And so you're like, okay, we can paint your nails. And, you even let him pick his own color.
Yeah, I do it a lot. Whenever I have to bring him with me, he always wants to get his nails painted too.
Yeah.
Even if I'm just dropping off his sister and we're going to go run errands, he's like, please, can I go with her and get my nails painted? He loves it.
Sure.
He always picks a blue color because he says blue is for boys.
Okay.
And so the ladies that paint his nail, they love doing it. They love love painting his nails. He's actually a very sweet customer to them, and he
Nice,
listens and he
okay.
sits still.
Yeah,
which he
uh-huh.
never does.
Okay.
My sisters would do that with me all the time. They would do it with lipstick and rouge and eyeliner and all. They'd always be dressing me. I would always do that kind of stuff.
And you say people will get twisted on you because they see a boy getting his nails painted?
Not at the nail salon, but like
Uh-huh.
we would walk down like in the plaza and go to like do other little things and pick up other stuff. And a couple of different times now, somebody who is a senior citizen will say something to him or me about him having his nails painted, because now they're like a darker blue, like it's really prominent. He went with a dark blue this time.
Okay.
And so they really stand out. And older people, I noticed, like to say something about it.
That's just honestly when society's completely passed you by and you are in touch with a mindset from like the 60s and not a mindset of today.
So,
you just show it.
To me, I feel like if the older you get, the closer you are to the grave or to the urn,
Yeah.
I feel like when you start caring about less things that make you mad, but because some older people get really mad about everything.
I don't know, but maybe they just feel like we've got to let them know because we feel more. And I'm sure, when they were that age, their elders were doing the exact same things to them, where you look back and you just don't approve of how they're doing things. And so you feel like you've got to let them know, like, what you say is going to change and you're going to right society before you kick it.
It's every generation.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are changing it? No. Okay, you old boomer or whatever you're calling.
You go back to caveman times. I'm sure like the young kids are riding on the side of caves. Be like, you don't disrespect the cave like that.
They're always playing with fire. Too much fire.
Yeah, right.
What's this wheel they made? It's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Oh, dumb, this wheel.
No one will ever use a wheel.
You're going to run somebody over.
I think that's just part of being human.
That
man.
is.
I
That's just
guess
what we
so.
do.
But it's like everything I have inside of me not to snap back, because I want to like teach them and maybe make them better. But then I have to like stop myself because I'm like, is this really worth me getting all upset and clapping back at this person? I'm in an ice cream store. Like, I need to just let it go.
How many times do you think someone's mind has changed during a fight in an ice cream store?
Never.
If anything, I would change the subject and go, you know what? What's your thoughts on Rocky Road? Just, I don't know, start talking about ice cream.
Yeah.
You're right. See, that is a skill that Jay Bird has, that he can flip it into something sweet and fun and funny. My mind doesn't go there. I get so mad. I see red, and I can't come to a place where I can say, so what are your thoughts on Rocky Road?
Yeah.
I can't do it because I'm so mad.
You're so mad you can't get goofy.
I just huff and puff and leave.
If I get mad, though, Goofy Bird's dead. If all of a sudden I'm not always all fun and games.
I guess if it's personal for you, it's
Yes,
hard
it is.
to be Goofy Bird. But I wish I could be. I wish I had that skill. I let it upset me, and then I'm huffing and puffing, and I don't know.
Mom, why are you so mad?
Why are you mad? I'm not mad at you. You're a sweet angel. And then it's just, ugh.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Oh, yeah. Ruh-roh, got a little problem here at Polo Park Middle School in Wellington. Fantastic school, by the way. But a middle school teacher there apparently got a little upset with this boy that was talking loudly in class. And the teacher's like, you know what? Somebody needs to wash your mouth out with soap. And then the teacher took it upon themselves to take some hand sanitizer and put it in the mouth of the misbehaving student.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, that's going to be a huge lawsuit, right?
I don't know. I mean, is that going to be a lawsuit? Good question. You never know. People like to sue for everything these days.
I mean, you can't put soap in kids' mouths today. It's not 1983.
Girl, you can't put hand sanitizer in there. You know it's like 80% alcohol, right? You just gave a kid alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. School district concluded that the allegation against the woman was true, and the school board approved a 10-day suspension without pay.
Really? It's so bizarre to me. I thought there'd be a heavier fine.
Yeah. I will let you know that they've got an amazing robotics team there at Polo Park Middle. Christy had sent us an email, and they're putting together quite a competitive team. So
Robotics?
yeah, they do that. Yeah,
Like building robotics?
Robots. Yeah, robotics. It's kind of like things that move. It's not like
It's a big thing now. They have whole
Yeah.
entire competitions, and it's like science fair on steroids.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And you
so
can go like regional, state, national.
they move around. They do things. They lift. They lower. It's all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Welcome, Boomer.
yeah.
It sounds like they're building a fleet of robots. Sorry, I don't have kids, y'all. I don't go to the schools. If I'm going to a school right now, something's gone wrong.
It's true. Yeah. But they do need sponsors for that stuff. So if you believe in robotics,
I want to ask more questions, but I'm afraid Virginia's going to make me feel even more dumb.
Oh. It's likely, but ask.
Yeah, it's likely. Yeah. She would like for you to. She wants to make fun of you more.
I need material over here.
For some reason, I'm a little turned off from the convo.
Well, we are a very sciencey state here in Florida, and the Florida Fish and Wildlife Association is wanting you to keep an eye out for horseshoe crabs having sex.
Okay.
They say the blood from the crabs contains a unique substance that clumps around tiny amounts of bacterial toxins, so it's used to test for contamination almost all injectable drugs and vaccines. That's why the survival of the species is so vital and why the agency wants to know where they're mating in order to help protect them. So keep an eye out for them horseshoe crabs getting it on.
Crab porn.
Yeah. All right, on to the dumb stuff here. A guy in Seattle robbed a bank on Wednesday, then tried to get away in a cab. When he saw the cops following him, he got out of the cab and then tried to get away on a public bus.
Oh, boy.
The cops stopped the bus a few blocks later and arrested him. So public transit's not though it is great for, the environment and...
I'm surprised he got that far, honestly.
Yeah.
The getaway is the most important part. That's what we've learned.
I mean, so he had time to actually hail a cab, get on a bus.
Yeah.
That's kind of impressive.
Got one of those rent-a-bikes. Yeah, he's just going through the whole thing. Paddleboard. The cops in Iowa pulled over a woman in a Maserati on Monday night and spotted several hundred canisters of Whippets in the car.
Oh, my girl. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? She admitted she'd done 50 to 75 that day.
Oh, my gosh.
And she was arrested for driving under the influence and possession of nitrous oxide. There's a lot of weird things going on there.
Is that Florida?
No, that's Iowa. And that's what's odd, too. A Maserati in Iowa? And yeah.
Iowa, you're kind of taking our act.
I feel like you wouldn't see a lot of Maseratis in Iowa.
I know.
But I'm not going to Iowa to look.
There's a lot of things that surprised me about that as well. So, who knows?
Yeah, are there only like 30 people in Iowa?
I think there's probably more.
It feels like there's only 30 people in Iowa.
I wouldn't know. I've never. You've been to Iowa, right, Kevin?
Yeah, I've been there.
Beautiful country.
Yeah, it's nice. It's flat. I think they do have some cities that are a little bit more fun, but it's a lot of farm country.
But the landscape peaceful.
It's nice. Yeah, it's the Midwest. It's what you get in the Midwest.
Is it
Rolling
boring?
plains.
Is it boring?
I think it's terribly boring.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Personally,
we finally broke you down. You finally said it.
Yeah, I think there's like some places you can go in Iowa City and Des Moines and some of those where you can find some cool breweries and stuff like that, and you'd be like, okay, I'm kind of digging this.
That's the only way I'm going to Iowa is
Yeah.
if we're like in a city.
Would you be legit depressed if you were forced to move to Iowa? If you had to go?
I spent a weekend at a place called Orange City, and it was very quiet farmland. There was nothing to do, and it was tough. I'm like, I could not live here. So, yeah. For me personally, but hey, if you love the quiet life, go for it.
No, we need to move and shake over here.
A 68-year-old Pennsylvania man was arrested for leading the police on a chase while he was stoned. The man was only going 20 miles per hour during the entire chase, which lasted 15 minutes.
It's a slow chase.
They actually had to bring out the spike strips to pop the guy's tires. And once the chase ended, he told the police, all this for a DUI and just smoking a little marijuana? I hope you're happy with yourself.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just a little marijuana? Yeah. The 68-year-old was sent to jail. There's an Airbnb host in Kansas that found drugs, knives, and bloodstains after a couple rented his place for 2 days.
Wow, that's a fun weekend they had.
The cops tracked down the couple, found drug paraphernalia on them, and then arrested them.
Did you say guns, knives, blood, and drugs?
Yeah, everything you want in a good party, Virginia.
Wow.
Yeah, it was all there.
That's crazy.
Yes. This is an interesting story. A guy in Virginia who was caught trying to steal goats pretended that he was drunk.
And he wasn't?
No, he wasn't. He was just trying to act like he was drunk to have a good excuse for why he was doing it.
Which is kind of a hard thing to do. A lot of actors try to act drunk, and it kind of comes off cheesy.
A lot of them don't do it well.
They really don't. It's kind of a lost art.
Especially when you tell they don't really drink much in life.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not big drinkers, and they try to act like they're drunk. You're like, that's not how drunks act. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm method over here.
Yes.
Maybe that's why I grate them so harshly.
A Cincinnati woman called 911 and told dispatchers that she had been shot in the shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
When the police arrived, they determined the woman had not been shot, but actually was stung or bitten by some type of insect.
She thought it was a gunshot?
She thought it was a gunshot. She just got bit by like a mosquito.
Dang.
Yes.
That's a vicious mosquito.
After the fire and EMS crew came out, they're deciding whether or not to press charges on her for being such an idiot. But the part of you like, so going...
It sounds like an innocent mistake if she really did thought she was shot.
Well, if the police are involved, I'd like to question the mosquito.
And just to let you know, finally here, and maybe a note for Rocco, likes to play with them, doctors are warning women not to use homemade tampons.
Homemade?
Homemade tampons. Apparently, people are just making them themselves.
Like a pie?
Out of what?
I don't know. I guess they make their own looker, Virginia, and...
How do you make that?
I guess you could make your own tampon if you like balled up toilet paper.
Yeah.
Or maybe a dish rag. Small. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't be married to that dish rag, right? You want to throw that away after, probably.
Yeah, you definitely have to dispose of anything after. It's going to be messy. But I think the problem might be sanitary issues.
Okay, all right, let's eject from this convo.
Yeah, so
you brought it up.
If you are using the homemade tampons,
You're right.
Don't be mad at me.
Yeah. There's a question that was going on Reddit. I'd like to see how you'd answer because people were surprised by how many people were split down the middle on this. The question is, would you take a 50-50 shot where you either get $5 million or die? It's a 50-50 shot. Now,
what kind of shot is it?
50-50.
No, I mean, am I playing basketball? What am I doing?
I understand, Kevin. I am listening.
I don't understand.
All right, take two.
Okay.
Daddy's edit out that stupid stuff in the beginning.
Oh, you got some balls over there.
Okay.
I know. No, I'm just so happy that you're
She's catching up with you.
I'm just glad that you're the one that's being dumb right now.
Yes.
This doesn't happen that often.
Yes. Okay, there is a 50% chance that you'll get $50 million or $5 million, or there's a 50% chance that you'll die.
But she's asking what is on the line. Is she playing dominoes?
Am I playing a game?
It's just a game where
heads
it's like
or tails?
heads or tails. I flip a coin. It's 50-50.
Okay.
No,
Now
I'm
she
not
understands.
doing that. Now I get it. I didn't know if I was doing Papa shot.
It's like I got $5 million in a gun here. So if you get whatever you call, I'll give you $5 million. If you don't, then I'm going to take the gun and shoot you in the head.
Oh,
No,
cool.
I'm not doing that.
Tails never.
Yeah, right. They said it was almost split down the middle on Reddit.
Really?
Yes. And that's why I'm like, that's what I couldn't believe. I think that's why this is a story. It's just how many people were saying, okay, yeah, for $5 million, I'll take my shots at that. I mean, I guess the way things are going right now in life, I don't care if I live with no money.
Well, maybe if you're already contemplating suicide, it's not a terrible proposition.
But
but
so what? Are there so many people on Reddit contemplating suicide?
Reddit will make you want to leave the world.
You just got to ask yourself one question.
Yeah.
Do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
I guess that's it.
I just watched Dirty Harry.
To me, a couple things don't add up here. One, I don't think it's enough money, and I don't think the odds are 50-50 odds.
That's how, but okay, let's up the money. Let's say it is
$10 million for a 90-10 shot.
It needs to be $10 million for 50-50.
Oh, really? $10 million for 50-50.
I think that's an even.
I still wouldn't do it. Anything that's 50-50, I'm not taking it.
I'm not taking it if it's 60-40.
How about this? It's 100 million tax free for you, and then 30 million for all of your friends and loved ones. Flip a coin. Do you do it?
No what?
His wife makes him do it.
Yes. So what are the odds on that?
50-50.
50-50 for 100 million.
You get 100 mil, and
Yeah.
then all of your loved ones and friends get 30 mil on top of that. So you're taking care of not only yourself, But me, Virginia.
So I get 100 million, then they get 30 in addition.
Yes. Sweet Denny's gets a 30.
Yeah.
Suits gets 30.
I'm not doing anything for 50-50 odds.
Wow.
No way.
I thought you loved us.
Yeah.
I do it for y'all.
No, you wouldn't.
I do 50-50.
I wouldn't want you to.
That makes me want to do it even more.
One person on Reddit responded, either way, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. It's a good point.
That is a good
Oh,
point.
that definitely got some Reddit upvotes.
It did.
With that kind of wit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me, I would be like 10 million. It's got to be 90-10. Then you might have my interest. I'd be like, okay.
Okay, now I'm the mean person doing this, evil person doing this deal. 90-10? No. Oh, no, it's going to be more like 60-40.
Okay, then I'm not doing it.
Well, then, okay, I'm leaving.
Okay. And that's the end of that.
I can just mug you in the parking lot because if you have all that money on you.
Right. I know how to get it back. So that's what the people were saying on Reddit.
I like those questions, Kev. You have any more?
No, I don't. That's it. Nothing else. Well, earlier I gave you my top 5 things to do this weekend. And people were so upset that I didn't include the street painting festival in Lake Worth that I'll put in my back 5 things to do.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Denny's got yelled at as well. Some woman called and said, we didn't mention a famous place in Delray, and how dare we?
Really?
Denny's, what was it?
It doesn't do a lot for
Now
me.
you're just making her madder.
I'm not trying.
What was this place?
She's literally cursing at the radio
It's
right
like a
now.
famous place. We didn't
It
say
is,
it.
and
How
you
dare
didn't-
us?
Yeah, it wasn't on our list.
What was
so-
the name of the place?
Sail In?
I don't think that doesn't sound with a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Are you
What
sure?
is it?
I don't know the name of it, but it's written down. I didn't know what I was being called in for. I apologize.
She's so pissed right now.
Nobody knows anything about it?
It's called Sail In, and Delray. It's big time.
Yeah?
He's 50% sure that's the name of it. Do you know the name of it?
Okay, that,
Dennis, can you edit this part out?
yeah. That was all great.
He came in here to give clarity, and I think he made it more murky.
Hold
Yeah.
on, I'll get the answer.
You will,
The
okay.
murky twins.
Oh, boy. They just knocked his headphones all. Now he's getting all upset. Okay.
He gets caught up in that wire. It's the best.
All right.
It's like a 12-foot long wire, Kevin.
Okay, well, I'm not getting to that for a couple minutes here, so we're good for right now. So what I got for the back end things, the top 5 things to do this weekend in South Florida. You got the Heat taking on the Cavs tomorrow at American Airlines Arena. Put that at number 6. Of course, your Lake Worth Street Painting Festival, and at number 7. Monster Jam. If you've got a kid that loves monster trucks, they're going to love Monster Jam at Marlins Park.
Oh.
Is going on. You've got the Jupiter Seafood Festival at Carlin Park Saturday and Sunday. And then they're going to be doing a Mardi Gras parade in downtown Hollywood there. You know how they did that? We did the St. Patty's Day parade there one year.
We did. You're right.
St. Pat Mardi Gras parade. So you can check that out and put that at number 10 if you want to see the full list, including what I put at the top 5 things to do in South Florida this weekend. You can get our e-blast if you go to kvjshow.com. Upper right-hand corner, put in your email address. It's also on Facebook and Twitter. So there you go. Did you get the name of the place, Jay Bird?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
What is
ran
it?
all the way in there. You got the name.
What is the name of
You
it?
came back, and Kevin wants it.
What is the name of it?
I forgot it. Oh my
This
God.
lady's going to kill us.
I think it's called Sail On, or
I mean, you just ran.
You
in
just
there.
went.
Good Lord.
Denny's!
I mean, wow.
Your boy smokes too much pot.
Stop it. That's not true. I've always, even when I was 6, I couldn't remember.
You went in there with
You
this.
should know. You are a man of the town.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sail In.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. You
Okay,
keep saying that.
They're saying that you should know, and
I don't.
And how dare you for not knowing?
For not knowing sail in or sail on. We don't even know. You don't even have the name for me, so I don't even know what this is.
The chat room helping me out. It's Sail In.
Sail in.
Sail in.
Like INN?
Patrick M in the chat room. Jason, really? Question mark, question mark, question
Sail
mark.
in Delray.
Yeah, supposedly it is
Okay.
King Poop of Freak Mountain.
Okay. All right. Well, I've never heard of that. Where is it?
Delray.
I know, but where?
Oh, Kevin, I should never have spoke of this.
Regrets. He's got a few.
I've got more than a few.
Okay, so this
I figured you would know the name as soon as you heard it because you are a man of the towns.
Yeah, I try to get out a lot. I'm always trying to find
He's
places.
never sailed in.
Yeah.
I mean, you're craft beer Kev.
Yeah. Let me see.
He's keto Kev.
He's a lot of Kev.
He is a lot of Kevs.
Sail in on George Bush Boulevard in Delray Beach.
Okay.
It's supposedly supposed to be the thing.
No, I'm looking at it and it looks like a dump. I'm sorry, come take a look at it.
Daddy's got yelled at so bad by this one.
I mean, if you like a dive bar, maybe that's fine, but it's not.
Maybe it's the charm of the dive bar.
I mean, look at that place. You're telling me that, like, you want to point a place to go in Delray, and you're like, oh, you gotta go check out Sail In, and then you get there and you'd be like. You'd be like, really? This is the best you have to offer in this town? Is this?
Is it bad?
I mean, come take a look at Sail In. I mean, she's making a big deal out of it.
She was really mad.
This is like, this is where you go to Delray and all the places we mentioned, you're like going, yeah, what are you doing? You didn't take me to Sail In? Like, that's the first place you're going to take somebody in Delray?
It's tiny, and there's nothing around it.
You can fit 3 cars in the parking lot, and that's not a lot.
There's 3 parking spots.
There's 3 parking spots.
I'm just saying, poor sweet Denny's got an earful.
Well, he should tell me, like, going, what? Really?
I think he did.
That's crazy. It's the oldest bar in Delray Beach. Dive bar, but very cool. Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah, the person who called in really angry was like, how do you not know this place? It's world famous, and there's only 1 vote now on the page for best place in Delray,
It's
which is probably them.
It's world famous?
Are we getting trolled?
We got to be, right?
I mean, it might be,
I feel like you need to go to the Sail In this weekend, Kev, and see what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I do love dive bars.
Yeah.
But,
Maybe they've got like a concoction that we don't know about that's been on like a food, dinners, and drives.
John said Sail In is where all the alcoholics go.
So you'll fit right
Yeah.
in?
Maybe that's why they called in.
All right.
Our people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. The ones that we.
I love when we get yelled at.
Well, it's really, we don't. Denny's does.
Yeah. Right now, the voting on the best things to do in Delray Beach, number 1, the Sandbar. Is that what they say? That is a
fun place. I went there for their Christmas party, and it is such a cool vibe. Bird, you would love it.
Let's do it.
It is cool.
If you want to do it this weekend, Kev, I'm in.
It's no Sail In, but
Yeah. The Pinball Museum is number 2 on the best things to do in Delray. Tin Roof is 3 on Atlantic Avenue. Johnny Brown's also on Atlantic is number 4. And then Saltwater Brewery right now is number 5. So that's the top 5 things that people are saying. Sadly, Sail In is not in there yet. So we'll see.
It's still early.
Yeah. Best things to do in Delray Beach. Mm-hmm. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Jaybird I haven't really delved into this, but it just seems like with every single day, it's not going away, and it's getting steam and momentum. I saw another story about Amber Heard and the numbers on the petitions to get her banned from anything from Aquaman 2 to even cosmetics campaigns that she's part of. The numbers on this are kind of staggering, and I hadn't even heard the audio yet. Jaybird was telling me about it, but it is the ongoing case with her and Johnny Depp, and both are alleging abuse. But this audio has been pretty damning for Amber Heard, and if you've not heard it yet, you definitely will want to next.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
This is one of those stories that just doesn't seem to want to go away. And I think one of the reasons why it's tough to even talk about in the first place is because it has to do with domestic violence. And that a lot of times can be a very tough situation, because when you've got 2 people claiming on either side, you just don't even know who to believe. And sometimes, or a lot of times, what happens in these domestic issues, I know from cops that I've talked to have dealt with it, that there's usually a partial amount of blame on either side. And it just might be a toxic group of people, like a couple, that is just bad together, and they just bring out the worst in each other.
And that does happen a lot.
Yes, and the weird thing about it is one of these cops that I was talking to, his last day on the force, he was dealing with a domestic issue, and this guy was punching his wife, and he grabbed the guy and threw him down hard and was putting cuffs on him, and she jumped on the cop's back and pulled him back over a glass table, and he broke his back on it. And she would not get off of him, attacking him. His partner had to like tase her.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like, I am pulling a guy off of you that was punching you in the face, and you attacked me?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just he said it was always the call you would dread. If you got whatever the code was for a domestic, you'd be like, I don't even want to deal with this, because that's a lot of times what you'd be going into, a really messy situation. And that's maybe why this has been a tough one to try to diagnose, because you've had Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and the stories about their relationships, it just sounds like it's been messy. They were toxic for one another, and there were stories. And what we've heard most frequently is her talking about how Johnny Depp was abusive towards her. But now there's audio that is out, and it sounds pretty damning on Amber Heard. And the more people are hearing this audio, the worse it's getting. In fact, there are a lot of people now that are trying to get her knocked off of projects. One is asking L'Oreal to fire her as a spokesperson. That petition has got over 5,000 signatures, and it is heading to its goal of 7,500. They also said that there's about 350 signatures to get her off of the movie Aquaman 2, to say, hey, look, we will not support your project if Amber Heard is a part of it, after hearing this audio.
Now, you're only getting a clip of this. The audio goes on for about an hour. So you get to hear a lot of stuff.
And this is from a counseling session?
No, I don't. I think they were. It sounds like, from what I was reading, and if I'm wrong, please let us know. It sounds like they would record each other for therapy sessions, or that was part of an exercise. I don't think it was secret audio. I don't think that. But if I'm wrong, let me know.
But were they in with a therapist?
It does not sound like. It sounds like they're at their house.
Huh.
And after hearing this audio, in fact, one of the campaigns is saying Amber Heard for years now has been claiming to be the victim of abuse from her husband, Johnny Depp. In light of recently leaked recorded sessions between Miss Heard and Mr. Depp, it has come to the attention of many that it was, in fact, the other way around. Here's part of that audio that's making people feel that way.
I said, no, tell them what just happened.
And I lied.
And that you punched me in the thing, and you
figured
in the
it
face.
out.
And I watched you lie, and then
I didn't punch you.
And
By
then
the way, I'm sorry that I didn't
punched
hit you
me
across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you, babe. You're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights been around a long time. I know. Yeah,
no, when you have a closed fist.
You get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not deck you. I was hitting you.
You can't
I don't know
deck
what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are your toes?
I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are.
Oh,
That's the difference
you
between
poor
me and
toes.
you. You're a baby.
Okay.
And that's just a snippet of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
There's even reports of, you had the story about his finger getting cut off, the tip of his finger. There's reports coming out now that she threw a bottle, and the bottle broke by his hand and cut part of his finger off. That's what they're claiming on his side.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that sounds like, at least there, she's talking about a physical, strike that she had made. You can debate how hard and where and whatever, but yeah, I mean,
throughout the entire thing, there's different accounts of different instances of them talking about her hitting him.
well, and the big question is, in these situations, what makes it so tough is people trying to get her knocked off of projects. Do we know that Johnny Depp has never physically done the same thing to her? And then if she's treated this way, should Johnny Depp be treated the same way? And I guess we don't know right now. We just have that audio. We don't have the exact same thing for a Johnny Depp.
Well, that's why you have to listen to the audio, because everything that she claims about Johnny Depp, she kind of contradicts herself through all that hour of audio. She claims that Johnny Depp would, intimidate her and not let her leave and all that kind of stuff. And she actually, throughout the audio, says how Johnny Depp tries to flee situations, how he does not want to fight, how he's trying to get away from her.
Which you should do.
And she's mad that he tries to leave. And that's really a great deal of the audio.
Wow.
Listen to it yourself and come up with your own judgment.
So you can go online and you can check out the whole thing and see how you feel. But obviously right now it's inspired 350,000 signatures to knock her off of Aquaman 2. So there's a lot of people that feel passion that Amber Heard at this point, she should not be rewarded or have any other gigs. So be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out when it's all settled. All right, we got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up here pretty soon. Jay Bird, before we get there, though, it's always important to wrap up the show with your thoughts.
I mean, you're setting the tone for the weekend. You're not going to see me till Thursday, pumpkin.
Oh, that's right.
Well, I was going to dedicate this thought to you.
Okay.
You're going away, you're traveling, you have a traveler's spirit. All journeys have secret destinations of which the traveler is unaware.
Oh.
Let the mysteriousness just marinate your brain.
I like it. You never know where I'm going to end up.
You're right. Never will.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.